IG had for top esports with some of their laners not really performing. Well, now you have decent matchups in almost every single one of these lanes, and I'm expecting not only Cream and 369 to step up, but Nio on this Pantheon to have a huge influence with him in the mid jungle. Rub spawning in 2.5 minutes.
Good little charm combo there from Cream. Is going to force Rookie out of lane. Has that ultimate advantage pressure. Here comes Way, though. No cease and desist. 369 has everything available to him. Public Execution is going to whiff. Good flash there from Way to make sure that doesn't come across. But Sobero takes up a huge amount of the aggro. Way's dead. One more turret shot, and he's going to trade it. 369 makes it pay for IG's first blood take.
It's embarrassing. Yeah, Nio will get the dragon. So while that first blood gold is going to feel nice for Invictus Gaming, I think the fact that he was able to outplay that.
Execution, especially on these junglers, for any sort of big plays. Good to see Way, though, out on the map first, and he's even looking for more here to catch Cream over the wall. Cease and desist, Vault Breaker, Seismic Shove, all this is thrown down, but Cream still walks out. Cleanse from Rookie, flashes away from Nio's chain. Way looking for a Vault Breaker reset. The Weaver's Wall going to make sure Nio has no room for escape. Nice little play there from Rookie to make sure IG's mid-jungle duo comes out on top.
Grabbing 2 grubs at least for himself.
Ooh, the 1 HP smite coming out there from Way just to secure it. Nio walks himself back in, but Way sees a double stun combination. There's a Velvet Carpet layer down by Sobero. But Nio kind of just shrugs off a lot of this damage. So a huge amount of usage from summoners and ultimates coming down there from IG just to secure these grubs. Public Execution re-engage comes across the 369. Sobero's fine to engage until he sees Nio fly on in. He has to flash away from the Grand Starfall.
Cream.
And Sobero should be able to run out, so Cream comes over the wall, hits a clutch charm, and finally secures the kill the top esports were looking for.
These grubs and trying to make good on at least another mid lane plate here. Maybe Way just re-engages.
Cease and desist, and Io does get the grub, but Rookie can't get over the wall to secure enough damage, so Way's going to have to get it done on his own. Nice little 3-piece combo. Way gets the kill.
Maybe we still make this play. I mean, Rookie has ultimate. The bot lane is getting shoved in. This is kind of your angle to look for here. Rookie's going to try and find Nio. Doesn't land anything. This is a huge investment here for IG. The longer they stay here, the less possible it is for them to contest for that upcoming dragon.
I do like the look, though, with Sobero's pressure he has in the top lane. They're going to try and steal away this blue buff. 369 TP's back in here, though. Going 1 versus 3 for the time being. He walks right to a cease and desist some combo. 369? What was that?
Enough response, but now you've lost all control on top side. They may even be potentially setting up a dive here on Nio underneath this turret. There's no TP available. Cream would have to use his to get here in time.
Hey, remember when we thought we were splitting the map level 1? Nah, we're doing it into the mid-game. Perfect setup from Jouet into another Rookie Seismic Shove, and Nio doesn't even get up the unbreakable wall. Another kill for IG. What a gold injection. We'll see if they can trade that first turret back. Should be able to, so they'll come away with at least 1,000 gold lead moving into our mid-game.
They'll have TPs to share. I'm really looking at Cream getting level 10 on this next wave.
He really wants to mess with the level 11 Rumble right now, so that kind of big win con you felt was opening up there, Dimitri, is going to slam. His door's going to be slammed shut. Fangway goes after Rookie. Flash for flash trade. Still should be the dragon secured here, though, for IG. And we even up at 1 apiece with an Ocean Soul on tap for our game 1.
What else can we get from this, though? I mean, Flash coming in from Talia is not bad. Now we even got the TP from Saboro. I think that is okay. It is worth it for the dragon, I will mention. As with 369 making a pretty weird play in top lane is the way that I will describe with that teleport. Now it's gonna that's the payment. He gave up his teleport and lost his life and had to give up his turret and the dragon, but now they can play with a little bit of priority potentially for the grubs here.
Rookie flings Nio into the turret, but it just doesn't matter. He was half HP.
Potentially Nio getting taken out. Cream has no mana here. He is so useless in this fight.
Flashes away from Jouet's crash down. Fengway's going to try to provide some path to least resistance out. Magnet Storm comes down, and support should just have to pay their life with Photic coming across their keepers. Verdict, though, is going to be spell shielded by Photic. Bullet time from Jachi. Gets a ton of damage back out. Jouet flashes away. And with all of those ults, so much thrown down, it's actually only going to be top esports' support seeing the gray screen. Public execution on the top side, though. 369 wants to throw hands with Sobero, mainly because he's getting help teleporting behind him. But there comes the Velvet Corporate out from Sobero. Good flash from 369, and now, well, It's Cream to try and clean up here. Flash over the wall, though. They didn't expect Sobro to throw back his hands, and he gets the trade 1-for-1. So both of our top laners outplaying 1v2s in this game 1 so far.
The guy is dead. So very clutch play. We come out of replay, and Feng is dead now. So top esports, I need to see your solo lanes gathering gold at this point in the side lane, but Saburo is showing up for team fights, and IG are just making picks.
And Nayo's just getting caught in his own jungle. Yep, the cease and desist seismic shove, all reliable for IG. Gets themselves another kill, and
times just trying to allocate gold into the side lanes, trying to get himself back into this game, but the pretty big detriment now as IG find themselves with a 2,000 gold lead, and you at least took one of the dragons. You're set up to play for that next dragon coming up in a minute.
He didn't get the eye, and he's not even going to be able to sacrifice himself for it. Oh, man. You know what stings the most, Hulk?
If TES cannot either grab 3 plates on this top side or do something about this Rumble, you are in a great position as Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, and looking back at this, at this draft as well, I feel like, oh, hold on. We got the equalizer down. Subro's just running down 369. Vault breaker over the wall. Way here to team up with his new look top laner, and the disappointing game for 369 only continues to get worse.
They're putting Vision down on top side because there's a Baron here. If they can try to get a little bit more pressure up here, maybe if they find a pick somewhere around this mid lane, it could start off a chain of events.
Starfall. Nayo, I assume, is playing the stall game, or he just ulted down here to get Sobro off the wave. He doesn't actually think he can take him on his own, but he's bought enough time for Jachi to swing on over and get a very big gold influx.
With such a big lead, I'm expecting for him to be able to move his weight around the map, but Misfortune can be tricky in team fights.
Oh, certainly very tricky, especially if his support gets dropped off. Fengwei out about half HP. Cream gets a good charm on a Rookie, though. Fengwei goes right after Rookie, but he cleanses, flashes out. Bullet time, not going to find its mark. It allows Foden to pick up the first kill. Wei flashes right on top of that. Misfortune, who gets bouncy house out of the team fight just like that. Foden picks up a double kill. Looking for a throw with the bouncing blades. Wei picks it up, 369 into the background, trying to find himself some sort of trade. He's only going to find Wei and find a one-way ticket straight back to the fountain. We get a quadra kill for Photic as IG have broken open our initial game.
Massive plays coming in, a huge find yet again from Invictus Gaming onto Feng, and once that's there, the numbers advantage goes over to them, and that fight, I really want to go back into it because I think Cream missed a fair too much of his abilities.
Things that I missed.
That's why I have to see it, everybody else does.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. I missed that one, and normally I miss things that you point out in the replays, and I go, or as we get into this Baron power play push, it's the 3-man squad. Oh, with Wei looming on over, they have targeted this bottom lane tier 2 turret. Ricky's going to throw down the Weaver's wall. There's cease and desist engage onto Fengwei. They send public execution in the back cloud to see if they can find a train. Jachi does a whole lot of damage. TP comes across from Cream. Here comes the rescue right on call when we were looking for more for Cream. He makes a clutch TP to ruin this Baron plate. He's looking for more. Saburo is charmed up. There's a Grand Starfall coming over top. This is a very dark pit outside that one ward. Can't see the HP on the Dragon if you are top esports, so they're going to give over Ocean Soul Point. Do they gain anything off the back of it? It really doesn't seem like it.
We need to be very careful about what we're doing here in the river.
Oh, there's a good steadfast presence. Cancel out the Vault Breaker, but he whiffs the Keeper's Verdict. Fengwei is going to go down. Foden picks up that kill with the On the Hunt speed up. Support out for top esports. Do IG over chase a bit? They feel like they might have an angle to get rid of Nayo.
Oh!
That would secure the Baron, but Cream, he uses that Spirit Rush, so he's got 2 charges down. Team fights. It's what's making for maybe some of these interesting plays is right on cue, Wei is looking for a pickoff onto 369. There is no public execution. Comes up in 5 mere seconds. The equalizer's up first. He flashes away. He's trying to spy time because Nayo comes through the Grand Starfall. Cream is going to TP in behind just in time. Rookie is able to trade out top laner for top laner. As their AD carries go brawl for brawl. Jachi finds his win, and that might be just enough to push this fight over the edge for top esports. Wei Xie comes back up and Twin gets a huge crash down Magnet Storm, but Nayo's still alive. They allow Wei to escape though. It's got to be Jachi who finally lays down the bullet time. It separates Rookie off the rest of his team, but he takes Nayo down with him, flashes away from Cream. Can Cream chase him down with the Firefox Fangs? Yes, he can. Another bloody bout between top esports and IG as just a couple of members limping away. Let's find a way into the back line. Nonetheless, they have procced the Dragon first.
Sobro
is spotted on this flank, but they're not really reacting to it. it just yet. He's going to throw down the equalizer. That kind of traps the escape point, sets up for this Weaver's Wall that puts Fogway on the wrong side. Nayo's also trapped against it. Who gets the dragon? It's picked up by Jachi, so there's no Ocean Soul. Sobero runs into the backline with the Flame Splitter. Wei's able to pop the GA off of Photic. Photic's now able to step on with Jachi coming back alive, but the bullet time is canceled by a golden rookie seismic shove. No soul to IG. They'll take the fight instead.
That's still gold going over to top Esports, but this is going to be a Baron. You have this Sivir. They should be able to grab this objective for themselves. An incredibly close game here as top Esports might be fighting back after a disastrous start to the season. We thought it was all hope lost for them.
Fortune, there's not a lot of that as well, but he saves them an Ocean Soul with one double tap and has been able to find consistently clutch kills to keep this game within arm's reach. As we are now back to another IG Baron power play, and funnily enough, the camera pans right over Ulk to the very turret that ruined their demise last time, as 369 trades the mirrored version on the top side. Cream nearly gets found by Rookie. 369 rejoins to try and protect this inhibitor turret. Both mid laners not going to have access to their ultimates going forward, as we're bringing everybody down here.
Whoa, this is a lot of our TP usage here. Saburo back to get back into this lane. 369, I thought there was going to be an immediate play. They still have these teleport shields. That's 30% of their max HP for 30 seconds. Dre tries to look for something. Sobero, I mean, this ultimate is going to be massive if he gets it on any members of top Esports.
He's looking. He's off of vision. Nayo's Grand Starfall. Way goes in. Finds the season assist to layer the equalizer. They knock Jachi out of his bullet time. Photic is able to stave off 369 on the backside. His Way comes back alive. But 369 gets himself out. He doesn't fall to Photic. And now IG are cornered 5 versus 3. They like their health bars, but there goes Nayo, and he still gets stunned up by the unraveled earth. Everything's flying all over the place as Jachi finds Photic. Rookie goes golden. Jachi's trying to find the highlight moment. And he's gonna do it with a pentakill to win game 1 for top Esports.
Season here, Jachi, an unlikely top Esports, have just found a way to come back from an almost lost game versus IG.
Some people were calling top Esports' gameplay to start 2026 as some of the ugliest we've had. So you ask, who would be there to try and rescue it for them? But I don't think we're going to have a real big conclusion to this game anytime soon. IG, recognizing how much they're on the back foot with wave states, are going to give over our 6th dragon of the game. Oh my god, Jachi, no. Jachi, no!
A lot of damage.
Jachi, don't fall into the GA. Oh, he has to burn his flash, but the equalizer pops it. The hero of the last fight makes a huge blunder, and IG look to capitalize as Dway goes to the engage into 3. Rookie uses the Weaver's Wall to rejoin up. Dway is going to go down. There's the bullet time from Jachi. Forces out the Zanyas from Sobero, but Jachi gets out with his health bar intact, and 369 gets to run wild. Jachi may have overstepped, but it's his team that picks him back up. And all they have to do is knock down one measly Sivir. That's it. Done and dusted. Jachi quadra kill. Top Esports up 1-0 in this big-time bout.
2 Barons here for IG, and in both of them, they had negative power plays for them. They had negative net gold gained during that time. They lost on the top side. They lost on the bottom side. What was a completely one game here for IG in the mid game has completely shattered and completely collapsed now as top Esports, again, finally are able to end this game 1.
We had the 19-kill Elk performance, Gala pentakill Yunara, and now Jachi 15-kill Misfortune.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.